Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today in this video, we'll see how to pass object as a parameter to a constructor. For this, we'll see a practical demonstration how to pass an object as a parameter or as an argument to a constructor. So for that, we'll create one class, click on source, new class. Inside, I'll take one package as com.objects. Class name is rectangle demo. Click on public static void main. Class is ready. We'll take one more class. The class name is class rectangle. Inside this, we'll have fields. I'll take fields as a static int. To calculate the area of the rectangle, we need two inputs, that is length and second is width. I've declared two variables which are static so that can be accessible throughout the class by using the class name. So here I'll create one constructor. So you can directly also create the constructor. Like click on source if you want to save the time and click on constructor using fields. Oh, sorry, I've not taken the what happened? Why it is showing an error source? The selected type contains no fields which may be initialized in a constructor. Probably I've taken the fields, no? Source fields, yes. I've taken as a static now, so that is the reason why it is not giving. Okay, after that I'll take a static variable. Static, because it has a predefined structure, right? It should have a int length width. If I'll take a modifier, then probably it's giving an error. So it is created the constructor where it is taking these are the local variables and these are the instance variable, right? So we are converting the local variable into the instance variable. So this is a normal values that we are passing into the constructor. Let us take some values in the main method. So suppose I want to take the values from the user. Okay, so scanner class I'll take scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot in. We need to include a import a package for this. Okay, I've imported. Yeah, you can see here I've imported util dot scanner. After that, I want to take the value. So before that, I'll ask the user to enter the value. So sys out, I want to enter the length and width, right? So I'll ask enter length. After that, I want to store the length in the same variable. That is the reason why I've taken this as a static variable, right? So you know how to access the static variable with a class name. What is the class name? Rectangle. I'll take this Control C, Control V, Control Z. Okay, Control C, Control V dot. I want length. Fine. Equals to sc dot. Both are integer, so fine. Next int. After that, Control C, Control V. I want width. So it's enter width. The user will enter the width. Again, I'll take rectangle dot width equals to sc dot next int. I hope you are clear why I've taken this as a rectangle dot length and rectangle dot width. Why? Because these two variables I've declared as what? Static. So you know that the static variable can be accessible throughout the program with the help of class name. So I've entered the length, I've entered the width. Now I'll create one object. How to create the object? And I want to create the object of which class? This class. You know that whenever I'll create the object of this class, the constructor will be instantiated, right? So control V, rectangle R equals to new rectangle. Inside this, right, because I've declared as a parameterized constructor, this is a parameterized constructor which is taking the values, okay, length and width. So fine, no problem. We'll pass this length here. And again, if I want to pass this variable, I need to pass with a class name, that rectangle dot length, comma, or rectangle dot, width. That's all. Okay, and after that, oh, I have not taken method to calculate that, right? No problem. I'll take, if I want to return the value, you can take the method as a int, suppose calc area. Okay, this is a method. Inside the method, simply I'll return what the length multiplied by how to calculate the area of the rectangle, length and width. That's all. Okay, so here what we will do, we'll call that method. So r dot calc area, okay, it will return some area. So I'll store into some result or one method variable, that is area, and then I'll print here in the main method system dot out dot println area of rectangle is colon and plus the result. That's all. But this is not the same program what we are expecting actually, because here I'm passing values. And save it, execute it. You will find it is asking here what, enter length, fine, I'll enter y, enter width, I'll enter 3. You're getting what, area of rectangle is 15. So it's a very simple, right? But I don't want to pass the values. I just wanted to pass the object. So what I'll do, instead of passing the values, control C, here only I'll take another constructor. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are passing values. Passing values as parameters to constructor. But here I want to pass what? I want to pass a object. If I want to pass a object, now what is the name of the class here? Rectangles. The data type must be what? Class name. So class name is rectangle. Rectangle, suppose obj, right? So now here if I want to access the elements of this object, because the object contains the data length and width both, because we are going to pass from here. How to do that? Anyway, we have got this length and width. Okay, so in the next part, what I'll do here, I'll create one more object, rectangle r equals to new rectangle, and here I want to pass an object. Now if you see the previous object, this r contains both length and width. Yes, if we'll see the diagrammatically, we have created an object, right, initially. What is the statement? We'll copy this statement, the first one, this one. Okay, we have this one. Oh, sorry, here it is there, 20. Okay. So what we are doing, we are passing while creating the object black. Fine. Now you can see while creating the object, we are passing rectangle, length, and width. So this R contain, this is the object R. This is the object R, where this R contains what both the fields. One is length, that is equals to whatever you passing, for example, 5, and the second one is width, that is equals to suppose 3. So this R contains is both the values. So while creating the another object, that is the second one, right? What we will do, we'll pass that object, that is R. Okay, this R we are passing into the another object. So nothing but what it will call whenever we are creating the object of this rectangle, the constructor will be called. Which constructor will be called? The constructor which is taking object as a parameter will be called. Okay. So what happens? So ultimately we are passing this R. So this R contains what? This R contains this entire box. Inside the box, we are having length and width. So if I want to access the length and width, we have to call here R dot length and R dot width. Okay. So here, whenever I'm passing this R will become here OBJ. So if I want to call this OBJ and length, so I need to refer this as what? OBJ dot length and OBJ dot width. Okay, then it will collect that those values. Okay, so what is this here? Here we are passing object as parameter to constructor. This is what the exact program we are looking for that. Okay, after that, what we will do before printing again, I'll call this one. Now we don't require to declare one more time area. Okay, so R dot here, RR dot calculate area and system dot fine will print the area. So 2 times you're getting the output. So this object, in this object, we are passing what? We are passing object as parameter. And here we are passing value as parameter. And here, instead of saying passing, we can say receive values. Receive values as, sorry, receive. Spelling mistakes, no problem. And here also we are receiving object as a parameter. It's very important when you're working with the project level, because we are not going to pass every time the values, we are going to pass a object constructor. Fine. Okay, so this constructor is taking the values, this constructor is taking the object. And one more thing you can observe, that this method, even you can pass the object to this method also, but here this method is returning the values. It's returning values. If you want, you can return the object also. You just try for that. So that's all. If I'll execute this one, it will ask a one-time input. For example, I'll change now this input as a 5 and 5. You will get area of rectangle is 25. I'm printing only one time, right? If I'll print one more time here, Control C, Control V, we are expecting 2-time output here. And here, if I want to call, yeah, first Control S, again I'll execute of 5, 5. You will find a 2-time output. So that's it. It's all about how to pass the object as a parameter to the constructor. Thanks for watching. We'll see some more videos in my upcoming videos. Till then, Bye bye.